I know today there are not many people because it's the first day, yes. But I came because some people already came here before, and because of the news, they stay. If I didn't come today, I could come tomorrow. The ones who just came today would probably stay a few more days. But the people who have already stayed longer, maybe they couldn't stay much longer. So I came. How many people stay longer before today? Last week? Some? No? All gone? One. Only one? I thought it was supposed to be like 20 or 30 people. All left already? Never mind. Okay. Next time. Next life. Whatever. So nowadays, we're supposed to have democracy and religious freedom and everything. I don't know. I'm still running like Jesus' time. Or Prophet Muhammad's time. Peace be upon him. Yes. You have to say that if you mention the name of the Prophet in front of Muslim. Otherwise, they think you don't have respect. It's not true. We just don't understand it. That's all. But I just hope that it's getting better, you know. It probably will. If it doesn't, okay, I'm getting more and more expert at running. Sometimes I couldn't run fast enough. And that is why they caught me, you know, in the house or in other areas. Yeah? You can't just always avoid it, even if you know. If the karma is too heavy, the price has to be paid. Yeah, so it's better if nobody knows my name and where I live. Nowadays, if you know name, you can check everybody where they live, and it's called tracking, yeah? Even they can track you through the phone that you use, the mobile phone. Even if the phone is anonymous or in some other person's name. Yeah? Because of the stuff I talked about. And sometimes I tell them, don't say master or anything on the phone. Okay, then fine. And then later, I talk in the third person, you know. I say, your sister tells you to do this, to do that. So please do it. And then, yeah, understand. And thank you, master. Yeah? Useless, you know? It's really useless. No use. Because you guys are too safe. Yeah? Every little pimple on your face, you pray to master and then it's fixed. It disappears. Even if you have an accident, you have no scratch, nothing. You don't understand me. You don't understand my trouble and that I'm in danger. Yeah? You don't understand that I need to be more private and anonymous. You don't mean to be bad or anything. You're just used to it, you know? You're so happy to talk to me and you just leak it out all the time, even if you don't want to. Besides, your karma from past life as enemies is always popping up unexpectedly all the time. Even if you don't want to, the subconscious is still working and the karmic connection is still there. So I can never win. I just have to take care of myself. It's difficult, but I'm trying my best. Just for you, for the world. Because dying, it doesn't matter much anyway, sooner or later, right? It's not that, but I have to keep myself alive for a while, no? Yes. I keep myself alive maybe over 100. More than 100. More than 100 years old. I mean total. Not from now, 100 more years. I have no more teeth. I don't know what to do. Huh? The physical body is not able to sustain always the environment, you know, the pollution and everything. Okay, any more good stories? Except beautiful, anything else? You want to say something?
Well,
No.
there's a lot on the internet at the moment, Master, about the ascension of the planet in 2012 in December.
In what?
The planet going to a higher level of consciousness. And there's a huge movement of people that are putting information on there, and everyone's getting quite excited. It seems like a really positive thing.
Of course.
People's level of consciousness is going to suddenly accelerate so fast.
Yes.
That the planet is going
Except for my assistants, yes. Everybody seems to be so good. The taxi driver, apple vendor, everybody seems to be higher and higher. How come my assistants are stuck? Whoever nearby me, just stuck there. No matter how I clean, all kinds of means to clean, and they seem stuck. Just for me. Yes, tell me, love.
Yeah, and there's been a lot more UFO sightings since the beginning of this year. Again, people are getting excited. They're thinking...
December 2012?
Yeah,
What about that?
Well, they're saying the planet's...
That's the time to ascend? Yes. The consciousness.
Yes.
Not the planet.
Well,
yeah?
yeah.
I mean the whole consciousness.
Yeah, the whole mass
of the planet.
consciousness of the planet. Yes.
Yes. So, getting better, of course.
Well, we hope. Yes,
I bump into vegan people everywhere. Yeah. I went to the supermarket to buy a belt, because I lost some weight at one time and my trousers falling off. And I didn't want to keep going to buy new trousers. I'm small, they are difficult to buy. So I just bought a belt and I asked for vegan. She gave me something and I said, it looks like leather, I don't want it. I'm vegan. And she said, me too. This is vegan, it's just fake leather. Yes, that's one thing. And then I went to another supermarket and I bought some bread, yeah. And then the vendor of the bread, I saw her handling some meat on the other counter. I said, please, maybe you change your gloves if you have touched the meat because I'm vegan. And she said, no, this is only for bread. My daughter is vegan and I eat very little meat now. I'm going slowly, she said. I said, yeah, go slow and quick. And then later, she helped me to find other vegan stuff. Very nice, yes. It's just like that, Many other times, I bump into vegan stewardesses, pilots, all the time. Yeah. Yes. Seems like the movement is really going upward. Yes. That's why I told you we save the planet is longer time. Long time.
How much, Master?
Huh? How many more years? Up to now? 20. If I had not been so beaten up, all the time and disturbed and made to run, it would have been 200 years by now. The way I meditate, the way I put my all into it, is not just meditation, it's your passion, your energy, your intention, your all, But tell that to my assistants. Never mind. I can't blame them. Just too ignorant. The ego and the ignorance, the uneducation, the uneducated lifestyle. Spiritually, yes? Spiritually. So much ego, arguing all the time. My God. But I can't keep changing to become my dog. People, they get used to one person. If assistants keep changing all the time, they go kaput. Also, I have to clean them for a while, until they're ready, Yes. That's the thing. The world karma, makes it, I cannot even change them. Just like if you have very bad karma, even if you go to the best doctors, they can't heal you. Even if you have the right medicine, it doesn't work. It's like that. I knew it last time when I was sick. So many doctors, nobody could figure out what was wrong with me. Until I suffered so much that I could hardly walk. I was almost paralyzed already. And then I had an operation. And then it took 2 years to be the way I am today. That I can walk well, run down the staircase, up the staircase. Yes, no problem, like normal. Before it was such a pain. Even though I had been to many doctors and, that's another story you don't know. Well, maybe I save it for next time. Then I tell you everything, then the next batch hears nothing.
maybe you're beautiful again.
But how about if the next batch tells me that I'm not only beautiful but elegant then? Then I have to tell them a lot more stories. Yeah, okay. Well, when I was sick, I was in another country and I was in trouble already because the police were checking, thinking that we were doing drugs or whatever they are imagining was, or whoever reported it, with a bad intention to harm us, yeah? So I had to run already. I couldn't even stay there. I couldn't even have many attendants, just one or two, you know. And especially I could not have too many Chinese around. It's too obvious, no? In some places they don't have that many Chinese, so we'd be the only ones, you know. It would be very like a sore thumb, huh? So I went to a doctor, but I could not even give my name. I had to make up a name. In some places, okay, but some places not. But then since one place was okay, at least I could use that to go to another place. Say, look, oh, it's okay, you know. And if they asked for ID, then I had to change doctors. But then when I was operated on, I had to stay many months in the hospital. And every day my heart pumped. Because they would come up and ask, and then I had to say one story after another. You know, and then they were yelling at me, screaming at me, telling me that I'm bad and all that. Why don't I have my passport? Why? What? It was just screaming and yelling at me all the time. While I was sick with bandages here and there and everywhere. I could hardly walk, could not even get up from the bed without excruciating pain. And they were yelling at me all the time. And with the neighbors, you know, screaming, some were mental, you know, they kept saying, potato, 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 all night long. And the other one was crying, mama, 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 because they thought I was mental or something. Because I couldn't walk, they thought it had something to do with the nerves. So, of course, they put me in the neural area. But the neural area is not always just neural. It's neurotic. And I heard all kinds of talk all day, all night, could not even rest. Apart from being harassed by the, you know, the administration, everybody looked at me with funny eyes, you know. But the doctors were kind and the nurses were understanding, just not the administration. They could not understand why I could not produce my ID. Well, and then, because sometimes I went out, I had to disguise. And under operation, you can't. So they say, how come you were different when you came in and now you're like this? So they had more suspicion. And they really gave me a hard time while I was sick. I was already very, very sick. And I had to deal with all this, you know, trouble. I couldn't even leave the hospital. I was so sick. If I went, I die. Even in the car, it was really killing me. While somebody drive me to the hospital, even just a little bump like this was killing me. It was so painful. And if I went back to England or anywhere safer, I would die on the airplane from pain. Even painkillers didn't help. And I could not even take many more painkillers than I already had because they would immobilize your muscles and harden your arteries, apart from all the antibiotics that they wrongly prescribed to me because I didn't even know what was wrong with me. And then they thought it was cancer, but it wasn't. It was just different, just very painful. And then after the operation, it got better, but I could not walk. After the operation, the first thing the doctor asked me, because he operated here, you know, inside. So it was very dangerous. The most dangerous moment was the operation time. It wasn't when I was sick or after or before. It was the most dangerous time because I could die then. Anything could happen. It was a very dangerous procedure. They told me afterward, thank you ever so much. Told me after, not before. But I didn't know that. So before that, I was very, very scared because I could also never wake up again. You know, in the middle of my job, or something could happen. So the first thing the doctor asked me was, do you see me? I said, yes. Can you hear me? Yes. Can you talk? Yes. Because he was worried that I would lose my voice. I was worried also. So I said, then you're okay. He said, thanks heaven. Thank heaven. I couldn't even thank because I went through so much suffering after the operation also. Because they connected all kinds of machines all over my body. And because of that, they didn't allow the room to be warm. I don't know why. The room was so cold, and that made my pain worse. And they didn't give me painkillers. But the painkiller, even if they give, they cannot give too much in my situation, yeah? And the room was so cold. I sneaked in some warm bag, and they just took it away. They said, cannot do this. It's too dangerous. They worried the blood would boil over or something, and the wound would burst or something. Because of the cold, it's very terrible. It's very terrible. It not just makes you in pain, it makes you restless. And I was supposed to stay still. I should not move. And how do you keep yourself still when you feel like you want to jump out of the window and run all over, because it's like ants all over your body and something inside you keep pushing you. That was the worst time of my life ever.
But what was wrong with you, Master?
I cannot tell you. Secret. I got an infection from one of your sisters. One of the rare diseases transmitted by talking, by being near mouth and having saliva and stuff. Yes, I'm okay now. I mean, I'm really okay now after all this time. I still have pain sometimes, but I know I'm okay. And my health is good. Before, I thought life is forever. I probably never get well. It seems like that, Even if you take medicine, it seems like forever. This was a very difficult disease, rare, yes. Okay, never mind, that's enough, I don't want to tell you. Even at one time, I asked you guys to wear masks. Even then, I knew it, but it was still unavoidable. Somehow it sneaked into my life. At home. Avoidable here, but I can't avoid it at home. Sometimes I just do it, just like that. Okay, I don't want to mention from whom either, okay? I don't want to mention what. Yeah, it's good enough that like that. It was a terrible time to try to hide your ID and have to stay in the hospital to know what's wrong with you, and then to have an operation, and you can't run anywhere. If I run, I have to go to another hospital. And another hospital doesn't have that equipment in that area. For some special equipment, you have to go to some special place. And so in that area, it will be the same. The same ID problem. So every day I was just thinking, okay, maybe this is my last day. Maybe the police will bust in any time now, any minute now. I'm just waiting for it. I just said, whatever happens, what can I do? Just somehow I was protected, and I'm fine. They yell at me, scream at me, but they didn't do much. And until the last day, when I went in to pay the money, then the woman at the secretariat, the reception, yelled at me again. I said, I just come to pay. But you have to give me the passport. And I said, why? I don't have it here. Please, I just want to pay. And then she started yelling at me again. Before you look different, now you look different. I say a lot of things. I didn't even understand her language so well. But I know she was yelling, that's for sure. It was very loud. Everybody heard it. So the chief of the administration, I guess he's the chief, somehow heard her. Everybody would hear it from miles away. She was so loud. And what could I do? I was just, I'm sorry, really, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I just want to pay and then go, But she kept yelling nonstop. She wouldn't accept money even. She just say, I want your passport. And then she got somebody translating into English and French and whatever, telling me passport right now. And then the chief called her in somehow. And she took me and the driver in as well. I don't know what the chief said to her. But one looked at me and he was saying something to her. And then she came out. Her attitude changed 180 degrees. She was just smiling at me and said, "When are you going back to England?" Why? No more passport. Nothing. And then she even accepted my gift afterward. Before she was thinking that I'm a criminal, because when I go somewhere, I always bring a little gift, you know. And she didn't want it, even. She was kind of, she was yelling so loud. I didn't know what to do. I just kept saying, I'm sorry. You know? And I was so painful, so sick. There was bandage everywhere. And still she was yelling at me. I guess the chief took one look at me and was feeling so sorry for the little girl, you know. My driver, he's about 5-6 feet something high. And I'm very small, and he's tough and strong. And I'm little compared to him. And probably he took a good look at me and he felt such a sorry woman, you know. Bandage everywhere, and I couldn't even talk well, and the stomach everywhere, and couldn't even walk. And then got yelled at like that. So he said something to her. And she took me out, and immediately she changed. I was so surprised and relieved, of course, you know. I didn't know what he told her. Probably he said, well, just take her money, that's all you need. all we need is money, right, to pay for the staff and medicine, doctors, that's all they need. What the heck do you need my passport for? Yeah? And the worst would be if they don't take that money, I would just run away. Right? So he said, just take her money. Maybe it was like that before she ran away. Well, if it was somebody else, they would have pretend to be angry or get angry or scared and then go away and don't ever come back again. But I was just too good. I even came back again to make sure that everything was paid, because after that there were some more visits, follow up, you know. Yes. And the scan, sometimes the scan is very expensive. They call it something? Some T scan, something? Not CAT scan. Huh? CT scan. So scan the whole body, you know? And you have to stay still. And first they put some blue thing in your body, a blue medicine, something, so that they can see well. And you have to drink a little water first. And I could not even climb on there. And they were so rough, they just push you in there. They don't understand your pain. They didn't know that I had so much pain. They could not understand. Also because the doctor gave the wrong medicine. Therefore, it didn't help me at all. So the pain continued. And they took me from one room to another, all kinds of scans, all kinds of tests, always. And then put me on a bed here, bed there, and I could hardly, I'd rather die. You know, I'd rather die because it was so painful. And because they didn't know what was wrong with me yet, so they could not just keep giving too much of anything, you know, just give antibiotics and painkillers. But it didn't help in that situation. It just made it worse. It stiffened my body more, and then it was terrible. I couldn't even eat or anything. And the worst thing was that I was worried about the ID. I was really protected because laying so long in the hospital. Of course, I changed to another 2 or 3 hospitals, but still, you lay for at least many weeks in the hospital, and still I worried. Okay, let's meditate, or I will have to go home, huh? Okay? Any more questions, stories to keep me alive here? Yeah, later, love. Yes. Tell me.
Yeah, I want to thank you first, Master, for inviting us.
Inviting you? Did I write an inviting letter?
I applied, but although all the risks and dangerous situations.
Huh? You were in a dangerous situation?
I mean, you have to come.
I'm used to it.
Thank you so much.
I don't mind dangerous situations if I can come see you. Sometimes I can. That's the problem. Not the problem of danger. It's the problem of cannot. Yeah? You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. And I hope it's funny. I adopted a cat recently, and And I rescued him a while ago with some other sisters.
Yeah?
And I couldn't adopt him right away, so I was looking for others to adopt him. But no one showed up, no one was available. So he was kind of depressed.
So what happened now? Just come right to the end. Did you adopt him?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
good. I was scared that you throw him out.
Sorry. And since I wanted him to be happier, I named him Happy after your dog. And he started eating a lot.
Yeah?
Yes, like your dog.
He's happy.
Yes.
Is he fat?
Yeah, a lot.
Did the doctor say he's fat?
Yeah, he said sort of he's healthy. Yeah.
He's healthy, then it's fine. It doesn't matter if he's fat.
But later I found out all the other cats who named Happy, they all eat a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Of course they do. Like my dog, people.
Yeah.
Especially Happy, she eats a lot. And the doctor say go on the diet. Fine, I put her on the diet. But after diet, she eats more. Then she is all the same. Or she go and takes the food from other dog people when I'm not looking. Yeah? Or she go out and eats nonsense, and I'm worried even more. So lately, the doctor found out that she has the thyroid problem, and that's why she's fat, not just the food. So give her medicine, and she's very model-like now, but still eats a lot.
Yeah.
Anything I eat, she likes to eat, even if it's no good for her. I say, no good for you, please. Not because I don't want to give you, but it's not too good. She said, never mind. Good for you, good for me. So eat. Sometimes I feel sorry for her also because, she has this food. She has no boyfriend, nothing anymore. And she's old now. I never know when she goes, you see? So it's a short life. If she enjoys it, why not? She enjoys it. As long as she's in a dog person life, I want her to enjoy. Yeah, enjoy also. Not just always discipline and not this, not that. And dog people's lives are already so limited. And because they live with me, sometimes I like to be clean. So we have to clean them many times. Whenever they go out, we clean them so that they can come inside the house. Because they be all over on my bed, my sofa, everywhere. And printing everywhere, paws, if we don't clean. Flowers everywhere. So we clean them. Also for health's sake, you know. They don't always like that, of course. It's a kind of hassle a little bit, no? To lift your legs up, to clean 4 times, you know. But I devised a new system. I told the attendant, don't mess with it too much. Because originally, when there are a lot of assistants, it's also okay, you know. But when only one, then I tell you, don't bother too much. Just clean them once with vinegar, yeah? And then with water again if you can. If it's too busy, don't bother, yeah? As long as it's vinegar, it's fine. Or use vinegar for 1 or 2 days only, not every day. Other days, just water, so clean. And now we just do like this. Of course, they have to wash the dog people's paws when they come in because of mud, you know? Yes. Otherwise, they will print their paws everywhere, you know, and we can't keep washing. Also, for environmental protection, you keep washing, there's a lot of detergent everywhere. And water is also precious, yeah? So because of that, we clean the dogs. Because if we don't clean the dogs, then we have to wash the sheets all the time. You see, their beds we cover with bed sheets, you see? So that we can wash them easily when they're dirty. Because the dog beds are difficult to wash and difficult to clean. So we cover them with bed sheets so they're always clean. And we change them every week or every 10 days or before that. It depends on how dirty or how busy or the situation, yeah? But at least change, yes. Maximum 2 weeks, see, maximum. That's the most dirtiest time, 2 weeks. And now we do this. I'm just telling you also, so maybe if you have dog people at home and you want to clean them, it's easier. Don't do the fanatic way like the way I did. Because I worry if we clean with vinegar and if we don't wipe again with water, damp towel, then the vinegar might smart their eyes when they come in and, you know, clean themselves with a paw. So it might smart, the eyes might be smart. So we had to always wipe after the vinegar with a damp water towel. And now we don't do that. Because first you have to wash the dog's paws. If it's 10 dog people, how many paws? 40 paws. That's a lot, okay? So now just wash the dog paw, and after that wipe with vinegar, and after that wipe with water again. How many times? 120 times, right? Yeah. So I say, no, just wash their paws. And then dampen the towel that they stand on outside with vinegar. And the towel inside, one big towel inside, they walk on it. You see, they walk on the vinegar towel before they enter the house. When you clean it, then they enter the house. But the paws were already washed with water. And then they step on the vinegar towel, and then you clean their body. And then they walk on the water tower, then they clean their underpaws. So, only 40 times. If you have 10 dog people. I'm getting smarter, Yeah. Actually, I can invent many things. It's just, I'm too busy, I've been busy, and sometimes I don't notice these things. But once I pay attention to things, I have solutions all the time. Always better solutions, all the time. Yeah. Cat. You okay now?
Yes.
So why you tell me this? Because he eats a lot?
Yeah, I thought it's funny.
Huh?
Yeah,
it's
because
funny?
Yeah, because his name is Happy. He eats a lot like your dog Happy.
Yeah.
So
So you copy my copycat. Okay, never mind. If he's healthy, no problem. And if you can afford it, no problem. It's your problem only, yeah? Okay. Anything else? Love?
no, that's it.
Okay. This angel here, beautiful. You have your hair straight this time, huh? Yeah, last time it was curly, also nice, and your eyelashes, you did something. It was very nice.
Just for you, Master.
Yeah? Oh man, I'm not lesbian. For your information. For your information, I'm 100% mujer. Yes.
Hi, Master. I was at the Veg Fest in Brighton on Saturday. It's for vegetarians and vegans. It's a big festival, and there was a lot of people.
Where?
It was
a lot of people.
A lot of people. Yeah.
Where?
In Brighton.
On Brighton. Okay.
And,
then what happened?
And there was a lot of people inquiring about the meditation practice. And it was really wonderful to know that most of the people there are vegan, more than vegetarian.
Yeah.
And I was wearing one of the Go Veg. I was wearing this sweater.
Be Veg, Go Green stuff.
And so many people want to buy those
remind
sweaters.
me, I put it here for show. Yes.
And so many people want to buy the sweaters. There was even one lady who wanted to get initiated so that she could have access to buying a sweater.
Wow.
And there was also a gentleman who'd appeared on SMTV. He was from a bear sanctuary, and you'd given a donation, and he was talking to us.
Yeah, the Bible bears.
I think so. He had curly hair.
I don't know him, but I know this organization. Yes. Sometimes I missed it, or sometimes I don't remember the person. Yes. Just the organization I remember. Yes. And what happened to him?
He stopped by to talk to us because he was so grateful for the donation, and he said he couldn't.
I wish I could do more. Yes.
He said he couldn't even believe that somebody was just freely coming along giving a donation like that. He thought, is there something wrong with this? Who just comes along and just gives money?
That's so we're supposed to do. Do some show or something before we give?
Well,
that's what I do all the time. Yeah, okay. Well, do they still do that? Still do their job, huh?
Yeah.
Tell her to give them 10,000 more US dollars. So they continue their job, okay? You give them 10,000, okay? Pounds, not dollars, because they're in England, right? In England.
Yeah, it's in England.
In England, US money is nothing. Very low value. Okay? Can you write and tell her that? 10,000 pounds for that, the bear people. They cage them and take the Bible out of them. It's very painful. And I cry a lot when I saw it. I cannot bear it. I screamed. Terrible. Imagine if it's you. Yeah? Sometimes I see the things that humans do in this world. I'm just speechless, It's so painful. I could not even talk about it. So painful. Just so ignorant, So much ignorance, that's why. We do our part, just make everything go up in consciousness. The more good we do, the higher consciousness, the world will climb up. It has a chain effect, you see? Yes. Chain effect. Even if we suffer a little bit or a lot, just do it, huh? All of you and myself, of course. So what else is there?
There was also a brother who went out for a walk outside the Veg Fest, and he met Caroline Lucas. She's the leader of the Green Party in the UK, and she's known as a vegetarian. But he spoke to her, and she's actually vegan. It's just for political reasons. She just advertised that she's vegan, so it was.
Yes, so what happened now?
Well, it's just great to find out that she's actually a vegan and not just a vegetarian.
Oh, it's even better.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm worried people don't understand that I'm vegan, what it means. Just like the lady whom I bought the bread from, I say, I'm vegetarian, I don't eat animal people, because sometimes I talk in another language, it's not that clear. You see, not like English, it's not English. So I have to tell her that I'm vegetarian, because vegetarian is an international name, huh? But I say, I don't eat animal people at all. Not milk, not eggs, nothing coming from animal people. So please, if your glove has animal people meat on it, please change it. So she said, oh, no, it's only for bread, don't worry. And my daughter also, she's vegan. Then I said, oh, I'm vegan too. See what I mean? I was just too happy to tell her that. And even on the road, I meet people all the time. If you mention it, they will tell you. If you don't mention it, sometimes you don't know, So it's good news. So what else is there?
Yeah, that's what I can think of for now.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. Good enough already for me. Another one there, she wants to talk. Yeah, quick. Move it, baby. Don't meditate on the Michael.
Hi, Master.
Hi.
Thank you for everything that you do, and it breaks my heart to hear all those stories.
Always passed already, honey.
Yeah, but I'm happy you're very healthy.
Happy, healthy now, yes, and beautiful.
And very, very beautiful, and very elegant.
Elegant. Okay, I'll tell you another story later. I'll just stay here all night.
I have lots of good news.
Tell me.
I worked at Farm Sanctuary last year, all of last year. The animal sanctuary in New York and in California.
Yes.
And they are all vegan. And they were organizing the national conference to end factory farming in D.C., which they had last fall.
Yeah.
And it was a very big success. We were there, and our group, and a lot of different other groups. And our national director, the shelter director, Susie Costin, she actually they went to Loving Hut after the conference, and she knew that I was a part of the Supreme Master, and she was watching SMTV and was like, "Oh, I hope this woman takes over the world," because she knows that you do good, and it made my heart very, very happy.
Okay.
Yeah. And I worked as a tour guide there, and so I talked to a lot of people. And more people are becoming vegans, and it's just very heartwarming.
Yes. If you are out there, just keep spreading the news.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly
Even if nowadays, it's getting better, really.
Yeah.
Somehow people have this consciousness about it. Like even if you go into a non-veg restaurant, I always ask about vegans. I tell outright, I don't eat any eggs, any milk, any animal product, even a little bit of fish sauce or anything in there cannot. And they really understand it. A long time ago, if I asked about that, they would just pull a face at you or laugh or try not to understand or just shrug their shoulders or something, Nowadays, it looks like they're with you. Yes. And then even if you order some sauce, or something with sauce, and they say that sauce would have pork in it, and they will tell you. They don't laugh at you, and they don't try to make you feel like you're from another planet or something.
Yeah.
It's very good now.
It's very good.
I feel, yes. I mean, I don't go out that often, but whenever I do, I feel like people have changed. You have the same earrings that I do? You know that I'm going to wear this today? Yes, love. Next one. Yeah. Come on, keep telling me all these beautiful stories. It's entangled, eh? Yes.
Actually, there's a lot of awakening in China regarding the bell farm. And recently, a company, they farm the bell and they want to go public to be listed on the stock market so they can raise more money. And then all the people from celebrity to the animal protection, NGOs, they all write on the newspaper and then they all come to against this company. And because this company is applying for the security committee to get the approval.
To approve it, yes.
Yeah, so all the people, celebrities, they write on the newspaper, the major newspaper, they write about this.
Yes.
They say, well, if we allow this kind of things happen, then more bears will be harmed.
Harm and extinct maybe.
And then for this company, they want to be more transparent, so they have opened a microblogging that is equivalent to the Twitter in China. Once they open, many people go there and say, go out, we don't want you. So now a lot of people, they're against that.
And then, is that successful?
Not yet, but it's still going.
At least something that people, yes.
Yeah, and even on the National People's Political Committee, there's a consultation. A lot of members, they give the proposal. They say we should ban this. We should ban this company.
It's too cruel.
Yeah.
Too inhumane. Too just like hell. How can you make other beings suffer like this and feel nothing about it just for money?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Chinese people.
Yeah, Chinese people.
Chinese spring.
Yeah.
Awakening. This is a real awakening. Yes? Not a revolution, not guns, not bloodshed, and not power seeking, but it's a real awakening. Yeah? It's good. Good to hear. Any other good news? Yeah, behind you. Mm-hmm.
But you tell the truth because people now, they already change a lot.
They change a lot?
Yeah, they change a lot. If love will hurt, we cook very good and sell not very high, so they eat a lot.
Yes.
We have one restaurant in California, LA Center, in San Diego, always full house.
Yes? You are from the San Diego restaurant?
No, I'm not. In the beginning, I have there, but I'm busy for another.
Okay, another project. Good,
yeah,
good.
But I'm very close to them because they
always full, eh?
They are always full. They will be here next week because I tell them come to rest because they work very tired now.
I understand.
Saturday they sell $4,000.
Oh.
Very cheap and they very nice.
Yes.
And very fast.
Yes.
The people don't have time to come to wait half an hour to eat pho,
For good food, yeah.
Yeah, because not good, but some very slow. And that store, they know. And I told them that we very, very agree together because we opened a store. I told them every business want to make money to sell cheap.
Yeah, must
not
sell
to sell
cheap.
high. Yeah,
yes.
sell cheap. And people advertise and a lot of people come.
You sell cheap, but you will sell a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
But then you have to work hard only.
If you sell cheap and good, and when people come to eat, they go home to tell 10 more people.
Other people, yes.
And 10 more people tell 100 more people.
Oh, good. Then you should be the manager or whatever of that restaurant.
No, I'm not manager, but and
you just talk.
I talk. I have idea to everybody. Say.
Okay, good.
If you want to make money, don't sell expensive.
Of course not. No, none of our livelihood should sell expensive. Normally we don't.
But some store very slow matter. When the customer come to wait for half an hour.
No, too slow.
Yeah, too slow.
I know. They tell them they have to work like me. Tuck.
Yeah. I told them when I came to Love and Hurt to help, I'm very hurry. So people they work kind of like.
Yeah, all the Love and Hurt owner must work faster. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we took your advice. Anything else?
And another thing, matter. Who want to open Love and Hurt have to learn to cook very good food.
Yeah, I have to learn from the other livelihood.
To know first because we opened the store. And I want to say...
but they do. They do learn to
I have
cook.
the cooking show on television,
Yeah?
Vietnamese community.
Vietnamese community, yes.
In California, I cook. You know, in the beginning, I didn't want because my voice not very nice, so I don't want to come to the show. And people told me, you only show them to cook, not
to talk, not to sing. That's right.
So I do, and very successful.
Good.
Yeah, a lot of people eat, they cook.
Yeah, then you should go work in one of the livelihood restaurants because you cook very nice. You and she cook very nice.
I don't think, but because I just depend on God, so God help me.
God cooks for you?
Yeah.
He didn't come cook for me. I eat lousy food every day. Where is your God who cooks?
I know inside, Master, when I didn't know the food, I decided to cook, for example, vegan turkey. I didn't know. I tried many times, 3 times, but not
successful.
Not good. I don't want to bring out to the show. And tomorrow the show come up, but now I didn't know how. And right away, I know how right away. So because I depend on God. So God showed me inside.
Good God you have.
Yeah. And another thing, if we show some in a show or everybody, we show very clearly. Because I asked them why you don't eat vegan before. They said they saw many shows on television, on the internet, but they saw not very clear. Kind of, they don't want to...
What show was not clear? Why?
Because they show the way how to cook.
You mean our show or other...
Other
show, okay.
Other shows. They don't watch on AMTV.
Okay.
And when I show them, I show very, very clear. Exact measurement.
Of course, you're super.
Yeah, no, I'm not super. I don't want, but I try better. I try.
Yeah, understand.
I try my best,
Yes.
Because before I bring the food out to cook, I cook first in my house and I eat. If not good, I don't do, and I do again.
Yeah, I understand.
When I know very good. I've been out. So people, you made a very exact, very clear how many cup, how much seasoning.
Yeah.
Everything exact. And the people, they don't know how to cook, they still can cook.
How about you? Did you do that? Did you cook well? Yes? Well, I don't know about other restaurants, but some of the restaurants...
different food from... It's not Asian food?
Not Asian food?
No, it's much more...
Much more Spanish?
We do some Spanish, like paella, but it's lasagnas and curries and wraps and things like this, not so much Chinese.
2 stir-fry dishes.
Yeah, 2 stir-fry dishes.
Maybe you should change a little bit.
They aren't busy at all. The Spanish don't seem to go for the Chinese food.
I'm not sure about that. The Vietnamese food tastes very good, though. Yeah. It's just the Vietnamese people, they're not very business-like, so they don't open restaurants everywhere like the Chinese. Also, they're smaller in number, Chinese are billions of people, so they spread all over, and wherever they go, they make Chinese food famous. But Vietnamese food is very tasty. Not because I'm Vietnamese, I love any kind of food if it's good. But some of the restaurants, like one restaurant I know, in Europe, owned by Chinese. The person who works there is a native European, but they went to another restaurant, another livelihood, that cooks some Vietnamese stuff. Oh, they make beautiful, like fresh spring rolls, just like the Vietnamese do it. I was surprised. And it was made by the European person. And she had never cooked before. She just really learned well. The sauce and everything. I thought it was made by the Vietnamese. I said, but you told me this restaurant is owned by Chinese and the person who cooks is European. She said, yes, master, yes. I say, how come she cooks such beautiful Vietnamese food like this? They go and learn, master. They went and learned ABC. It was so lovely, really. Even one of my attendants, she never cooked for me before. It was the first time she became my attendant just because she had a European resident who was more convenient. So by chance she came and she cooked for me just once. or tried and said, wow, it's so beautiful. It tastes so good. Where did you learn that? She said she learned it in Loving Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she cooked only twice. Even despite my hint, she didn't ever cook again. I don't know why. They're so much into raw and fruity tooties now. I'm helpless. After I told you guys that I was on fruity tooties, I didn't want to look at fruits anymore. I don't know why. And now everywhere I turn, I'm eating fruits now, Master. I'm on fruit diet. I'm on raw diet. They took all my energy for the fruits. And they eat all the healthy food, and now I have to eat the unhealthy food that they ate before. I have experience, but I never learn. You know, like before, whenever I cook something nice for myself, I mean, original, and I told the residents, for example, and then they made a DVD, of course, nah? And after that, I didn't ever want to even look at that again. Look at the thing that I enjoy so much in those weeks or recent months, for example. And for example, like I told you guys that I enjoy brown rice and sesame, remember? And it was so easy, simple, nutritious, and good enough. After I told you guys, I don't even want to look at brown rice anymore. I can't even bear sesame. Nada.
I love sesame.
I know you do. Many of them do. And now it's all fruity tooties. You know, like some Taiwanese residents came and sometimes helped me a little bit here and there. And then, even though I didn't ask, they volunteered telling me, I eat fruits now, Master, only fruits. For example, like that, you know. I was thinking she or he might come to cook for me some old food that I used to love, you know, that I couldn't bother because there was so much preparation and no time, no mood. And then he said, I eat fruits, Master. Yeah. Yes. After I told you about brown rice, and this center began to cook brown rice and even black rice and purple rice for everybody, remember? Yeah, why was that? And I told them, why do you have to? Huh? Why? You know, at that time, I told you that I was on brown rice and sesame because we didn't have time to cook. And that was simple for me. And it also tastes great. And if you can have a little bit of tofu now and then, also fine, or a little fruit. But then here in the center, they cook like 1,000 dishes. So nutritious stuff, you know, tofu and tofu pao, tofu ki, tofu, kan tofu, su tofu, and, you know, all kinds of protein, yeah? Seitan this, seitan that, and all kinds of vegetables and everything. So no need to even eat brown rice. Of course you can, but no need to be all fanatic about it. Brown rice is not enough. Even put black rice, purple rice together. Jesus Christ. I did that because brown rice and sesame offer minimum nutrition enough for me to go on. But here, so many things and so many vegetables already and so much protein already and still want extra brown rice and sesame and black rice. My God. Please don't copycat, okay? Have to be flexible and do it just original, okay? And have to do it the way it's necessary, not just copy everything Master does or say. This is funny business, and it looks silly and makes your IQ stand still. I'm telling you the things they do. Sometimes I just shake my head. I have no words to say anymore. For example, okay, I have to move all the time. And one time I moved into a house. Well, it's not in my name, of course. Sometimes I buy, but I cannot afford to put my name on it. I have nothing. I don't even have a car in my name. I don't even have a house in my name. Everybody owns everything except me. Even this hotel. It was my money, but I don't own any of it. I don't even own a piece of grass outside. Understand this? Yeah. Now, I moved into a new house, another house. And what happened? They bought me a refrigerator. A smaller one than the one they have in the kitchen. The old one in the kitchen for the old cooking. So they bought me a refrigerator and put my things in it. Originally, I say change the refrigerator because it was old. It was all rusty everywhere, number one. Number two, they've been using it for decades with all meat and fish in it already, yes? And the old model, it will cost a lot of electricity also, yeah? For all these reasons, I told them to buy a new refrigerator. But they didn't buy it. They bought a small one for me. I wanted a new refrigerator. I got it, about this big. They put it in the living room and still kept the old refrigerator. But I say, why? If you want to keep the old refrigerator, then there's still a lot of room even for my whatever in there together. Why have to buy a new one? You know, for me. And put my stuff in there, you know. I say, if you are here all together, like 10, 20 people like this, they were working in the house, so I came. If you're here, then I eat with you anyway, yes? So I don't need my own refrigerator. And if you are not here, I just walk 3 steps into my own kitchen and cook my own stuff. And there's no need for a separate refrigerator in my living room. It makes noise, it spends more electricity, and if people see it, they think I'm weird. Yeah. That's how people judge me all the time. Like sometimes I don't go out shopping, and I don't know what kind of a toothbrushes they have, and they bought me one before, so I say, just buy this one, because that's the only name I knew from a long time ago when I didn't go shopping that much, you know. And sometimes you go to a different country, you don't know what kind of different varieties or whatever I know, I just say, go buy this. Just buy a toothbrush. And I say, what kind? And I say, oh, maybe this one. And it's fine. And then they went all over the world just to search for that toothbrush and ignore every other thing. And so one of your brothers looked at that and criticized me in his head. He told me later, you know, I said, what kind of weird master is that? Any toothbrush will do. Why it has to be this one? I didn't know anything about it. I'm sorry, I didn't really know. They just asked me what, and I just showed it. Toothbrush, I was worried they didn't understand what I wanted. They would buy me a broomstick or something. Yeah, sometimes they do that, you know. You have to really tell them many times and make sure they repeat it. Otherwise, they buy completely different things. And then you'll be surprised. And now, what else is there? Yes. That's one of the things. I get criticized all the time for the things I completely know nothing about. And another thing, one time, a long time ago, they built me a little house in Sihu, you know. I didn't ask for it. They built it, fine. 2 stories, huh? One downstairs, one upstairs. And you know what I did? They built also an elevator. Electrico. Muy bueno. Yeah. Funciona. You see? They built it. Just from downstairs to upstairs. For me, yeah? For me. And I said, take it off. Demolish it. I said, why, master? It's very nice, very good and fast. I said, how fast can it be? I can run upstairs faster than pushing the button and waiting. Why did you have to do that? I say, so you don't have to walk, master. I say, I have legs, my God. Imagine if somebody else knows about it, thinking I must be a handicap master or something. Or handicap here, you know, in my head. Cannot even walk a few steps upstairs. Besides, walking up and down is very, very good for your health. Exercise, you know. You would be glad if you had a few steps to walk. You have an excuse to do it. Except when I was very sick, I really appreciated when I could run up and down the stairs. When you cannot, you really understand then how valuable it is when you can walk up and down the stairs normally. So do walk if you can. Yeah? Now, when I was sick and almost paralyzed, I really appreciated it so much that all the time I spent in the office working, I should have been walking, running outside and enjoy the beach or walking in the sun and all that. And I say, oh my God, if I get healthy again, I will do that. But then I was buried in the work again, or had to be house arrested myself because of something, not safe outside or for privacy. It's very difficult. Why I'm telling all these things? Yeah. Huh?
The refrigerator.
The refrigerator and the elevator. No? The house is not as high as this even, you know. Just a very short thing, very low. You could even just step twice and you're upstairs already. And have to have an elevator. Well, I appreciate their kindness and thoughtfulness and spoiling me like that, but this is not helping me. If somebody knows about it, they will think I am handicapped in my brain. Yeah? How can I even not walk upstairs and take an elevator to go to the first floor? It's one floor only. No need. Many things like that I don't remember. I want to say something I forgot already. Never mind. You tell it, and then I might remember. Anybody else? Tell me the story. Yes? No?
Master, can I tell you a silly little story?
Yeah, tell me a beautiful joke. Silly little joke, tell me.
I have two Cocker Spaniels, Ricardo and Luigi.
Since when?
It's 9 years now that
you adopted them.
Actually, not adopted from the shelter, but somebody didn't want to take them home, so I took them. Yeah. And they're both brothers from the same litter, and they're really very cute, and they're also vegan. And lately, my housekeeper, she's an African lady. She's trying to...
You even have a housekeeper?
3 times a week.
I have one, but they're only housekeeping for dog people. I have nobody. I had to cook for myself, wash my own clothes, clean my house. Yeah.
Yeah, well, she cooks for my dog. She makes their special food.
Yeah, how about you? She doesn't cook for you?
No, I cook for myself.
I clean the house and cook for dogs, right?
Yeah.
Better, but I had to clean my own house now.
And so she's trying to be vegetarian because I've been speaking to her, So
the housekeeper.
My housekeeper. Yeah. And she's also very religious. So
she stays in your house?
She lives outside of my house in her own room.
In the same area?
In the same property.
Maid house?
The same grounds, yes.
Wow, you sound like a very, very, very rich muchacha. Muchacha, mucho dinero.
So she prays in my garden under this tree that I have. And now for the last 3 or 4 weeks, Ricardo has been sitting in the same area where she's been praying and just sitting, Master, like as if he's seeing something. And then I say to him, Ricardo, baby, what you doing? And he looks at me. And then he looks back at the tree and he says to me, Mommy, I'm busy. So I was wondering, Master, is he seeing your manifestation body, or is he
why
seeing
you ask
angels?
Me? You should ask the dog.
I've asked him, what did he look at? And then but he's not aggressive.
They can see better than us.
Exactly, that's what I know from what you told us, that they are psychics. They must be seeing something.
You can get in touch with the dog people, communicate, and they will tell you it's better.
Yeah.
If I tell you he has seen me, then you think I advertise myself.
No, because I was wondering. Like,
no, she see all kinds of things, of course.
Yeah.
She see light. Benny, he saw light a lot around me. That's why he is always fascinated.
Yeah.
Always look at me all the time. Sometimes I'm fed up. I say, Benny, leave me alone. Just don't keep watching me all the time. And then he would run under the bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I've been living in the house now for almost 9 years, and he didn't do that before. It's only since she's been praying.
Maybe she prays very hard, very sincerely, and some angels appear there, or God appears there. Who knows? You go ask the dog psychic,
but
okay?
He's
more neutral this way.
The way he looks, and he looks, and then he turns.
My dog people also sometimes nobody around, but they bark. And they run into a special place and bark very loud. See? They see things that other humans don't see. That's all. They see auras. Yes. And they also can see some upcoming events that warn you also.
Yeah.
Or they take the effect for you. So maybe they get sick and you don't. Or maybe they get into an accident and you don't. Things like that. They're very noble beings. Mostly they come to the planet to teach humans unconditional love. To just do love, you see? So even if you just call your dog person, even though not highly, he would feel sad, but in a few seconds, he'd come wagging tail again and love you all the time, like nothing ever happened. Love you 24 hours, 24/7. Yeah. No human can love you like that.
Yeah.
They get tired. But the dog people, they never get tired of loving you. And my dog people, for example, because sometimes I work very late, and I forget to pet them or sing to them before they go to bed. Even though they sleep next to me or in the next room, I'm just oblivious of them. I just bury myself in work. So when I remember, it's already past midnight, they're already asleep. But never mind, I said, better than nothing. Who knows if we live again another day? You better do it now. So I go and pet them, rub tum-tum or massage in their neck and things. And then immediately they turn around, kissing me or putting a paw up for me to, surrender to. Yeah. They're never too tired to love you. It's never too late to love them. It's never too late for them to love or to receive love. Never, ever. And even my dog person, when he was sick like that, so because of the accident, so sick, he was always ready for love. Always, even if he was in pain. He never complained. Yes. I just had another new house, It's not my house. It's my house, but it's not my house. And a neighbor dog person, just because I gave him some veggie bones now and then, a long time ago. He remembered me very much. So when I came, he didn't bark anymore. He just stuck his nose outside of the fence waiting, and I had to go and pet him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was so snuggling and so happy. And even recently, I gave him a green bone, a vegan green bone. There are two kinds, vegetarian and vegan green bones. You be careful, okay? The vegetarian ones, they have gelatin or something in them. So I gave him a green bone that he loved. But he just waited for me to pet him. He didn't eat. So I thought he didn't want the green bone, or he's not used to it that much, so he didn't care, because my dog people go gaga. They can eat the whole pack if you leave them. But this, he just didn't eat it. He just left it aside, and then he took it into his mouth, but then he dropped it beside him. And I said, you don't like it? Well, you try it, it's nice. But he still didn't try. And then he just stuck his nose in between the fence, so that I had to pet him, pet, talk nicely, lovey-dovey. And then I left into my house next door, nearby. And then I turned my back. He was jumping on the green bone and yapping. And I said to my driver, look at that. I thought he didn't want the bone.
Yeah.
It's because he loves this more than the bone. That's why I didn't realize that he's just a neighbor dog. And I had not seen him for more than a year. He still stuck his nose down and wanted to be petted. I told lovey-dovey a little bit. Yeah. Better than green bone, but he loves the green bone. All the dog people love the green bone, the vegan green bone. So I was very touched, I thought, how can a dog person appreciate me more than his favorite food? But it's really like that. I was surprised. If it's my dog, I understand, but he hasn't seen me for a year, and he still remember me and still want love instead of food. I was so surprised. And another thing, like Benny, yes, he loves the green vegan bone. He would kill for it. Even his favorite dog people, the Poodle, Lucky and Happy. Yeah, Happy is the only girl in the house, before Lady came, and now Happy alone. So even if Happy comes near when he's eating the vegan green bone, he would growl at her to warn her, go away from me. And then we'll take the bone and run somewhere else. But even that, if I give him the bone and he knows I'm going out, and I give him a bone to pacify him, he just doesn't eat. He really shows his face, displeasure face, look down upon. The face he shows. My God, so human. I can't believe the dog person does this. He just shows it. Like when you disdain somebody or something, and then he runs to the other place. He doesn't even look at the bone. But normally he would eat the whole package if you let him. He loves it. All of my dog people love the vegan bone. Only if I'm there. And sometimes I give him the bone, but I'm busy going to the kitchen or doing something else. Then he dropped the bone and follow me instead. And then Happy is just too happy to see this occasion. She jumps on the bone, then when he comes back, there's no more. Happy, she's always eyeing, always eyeing his bone. She eats too fast, you know?
Yeah.
Even though I give Benny less, okay, Happy more, of course. She just drinks the bone. She doesn't even chew it or something. So fast. And then immediately runs next to Benny and sits there waiting. Even though he growls at her, she doesn't care. She has no shame. I say, you shameless. This is so funny, the things that dog people do. Huh? Many things we cannot imagine.
Master, before I left, they were very sad. So I spoke to them and I said to him, don't be sad, Mommy's going to see Master, see. And then they calmed down and they weren't so sad anymore. Because I feel my dogs really understand when I talk to them.
Yes, I understand. You have to tell them what happens, okay? Anytime something changes or you're going somewhere, just tell them. I understand. It's better. Just like your friend or your children, if you just left without telling them, they also feel wondering what's happening, okay? Tell the dog people. Yes. It's easier to tell the dog people than to tell your boyfriend, I'm telling you. Right? So you still have boyfriend or new one? Or?
I don't have a boyfriend, Master.
You don't?
No.
All this time? How can it be?
I don't know, Master. The guys don't
Fed
like
up, huh?
me.
Fed up, huh?
It's just that after a week or 2 weeks, it doesn't work out.
Yeah. But you can't just pick any guy. That's why.
No, I'm quite fussy, Master. But
no,
I mean,
what I mean, it's not about the appearance or about personality. No. You know, you will be wrong if you pick just a handsome guy or a sweet guy.
Yeah.
It will be always not right. It has to be something from inside. See? Because if you have a criteria like, okay, I like this type, you know, like I say, my type and not my type, then it's always a wrong guy.
Yeah.
Okay? It has to have some feeling inside. It must be real love. Because if you keep changing guys all the time, that means you haven't found true love.
No.
You're fed up quickly. Just a date or, you know, coffee shop or something, nothing else happens.
And it's also very superficial, you know, Master. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
that's
men,
right.
They don't want to get to know you as a person.
No, but even if they want to get to know you, after you get to know them, you don't want to see them anymore. It's just so mundane, eh?
Yeah.
And then when you're together, one boy, one girl, it just seems strange, huh? Kind of
But
dragging you down a little bit.
Lonely also, though.
I know
Master.
that. I know that.
I
Go to
sometimes
group
struggle.
meditation.
I do.
The center, they don't open every day?
We can if we want to. We're allowed
Okay,
to
then
go.
just go there.
Yeah.
Maybe some lonely soul also sits there, and then
No, Master.
and then both of you are not lonely anymore.
There's no lonely souls at our center.
No?
No, most of the brothers
Only
are married.
you? You're the only one lonely? Oh, I was so sorry
And
for
they're
you.
not my top.
You have 2 dogs. What else you want? And the housekeeper
cat.
who prays
And
to
a
the
cat.
tree even. Life's so interesting.
No, Master, you make my life interesting.
Yeah, I
Maybe
know,
that's
but
true.
okay, if you want to find a
The
boyfriend.
path and I practice. But I would like a boyfriend.
You okay
if it's
now, huh?
possible.
You're good financially now, okay, right?
I'm much better. Thank you, Master.
But I have to tell you, you were a very good driver.
Thank you, Master.
Very sweet and good. I wish I had one like that all the time. But you can't stay long, you know? You have to jump with me around, and your passport's very difficult.
My passport's actually okay. It's just that I have so much responsibility in South Africa.
Yeah, with 2 dog people and 1 housekeeper, it's really something.
Yeah. And remember Annabella too, Master. She's my cat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then you have a
She's
house
very
full.
cute, yeah.
Yeah? House full, and then you say you're lonely. Rubbish. You talk rubbish. Okay, who else? Want to tell me some rubbish stuff? You're not talking garbage. I'm just joking. Okay, don't take it personally. But it is personal. No, I'm just joking. You're okay. Really. What is this now? It's a new stuff here. Something in my throat all day. Tell me, who else?
Could I ask you some more spiritual questions?
Sure, anybody ask. I'm here for that.
No, it's because it's the first time that I've met you, so I'm not...
You're not your first time? I thought I know you for a million years. Come on, love, ask me.
In a sense, when you first walked in, I felt a bit ashamed in a sense because I thought you looked so normal. Like just like a normal person.
I understand.
But then it's like
you're supposed to have a big aura and all that flashing into your...
This is what I'm going to say. But then it's like I have a switch, like a switch. And then I saw, I can see the aura.
You did?
Yeah. And it's like you're a painting, like the angels and the...
In the aura.
Crown. Yeah. And I don't know how to explain this. Sometimes when I switch on, I don't know how to explain another way.
I understand. You tune in. Yes.
It's like
it's automatic.
Blinding. I just feel like I can't even look at you. I just feel like you're so bright.
Yeah.
It's just.
I'm sorry. I cover myself.
And I just thought that's how I feel that I know you. Maybe because I've been practicing for a couple of years, and that's how I know you from the inside. So, yeah.
That's good. You're crying now. Have a candy.
And also sometimes, I don't know if it's just me, but when I go to group meditation at the Brighton Centre, it's like I see you sitting in lotus position right at the front of the room, and I know you're always there with us.
Yes.
Like every group med, you're right there at the front. There's the painting, but I know it's not just the painting. I can see you there as well.
You see the manifestation body. Okay.
Thank you that you're always there.
And you still doubted me that I look so normal? With all that experience, still doesn't assure you. I tell you, human's mind.
That was my first impression. So
Human's mind. Yeah. I got that all the time, honey. You're not the only one. I'm glad that I look normal. I could not even hide my aura sometimes to be safe. You don't know that. I don't want this aura. It's just there. What can I do? I don't even want it. I want to look more normal than what you think I am normal, so that I can blend in and that I'm safe. Safe to do my work. But sometimes I'm just exposed because of this aura stuff. Because some people, they don't even practice meditation, but they still can see auras. I told you one of the stories in the hotel. Yeah. The guy is just kneel in front of me, in front of all the guests in the reception and in the hotel in Monaco. He's still there. He said, he saw my aura so bright, He said, but don't you see that from some other people? I'm just trying to make it, like nothing is nothing at all, And he said, no, we see only once in many thousands maybe, and not like so bright like this. And he was a tough guy. He shaved all his head. He looked like a president's bodyguard, He was so tall and he hardly smiled ever. He looked so tough. I was kind of scared of him a little bit when I first came. I thought he was a bodyguard, or the security guard in disguise or something, But when he was with me, he talked so soft, and because of the aura. And then, of course, it spread to many other people because he did this kind of thing in front of everybody. People asked him also. So that I could not even stay in that hotel for long. But even then, people see it, but they don't really care. See? They'd rather see Jesus or Mary in the picture with a round halo painted around them than see the real person who has it. They would believe the picture who has it, but won't believe the real person who has it. And some police, they also have this ability. And some outside people also. So it's very difficult for me to hide, I cannot hide the aura, no matter what I say. So sometimes I say a very normal thing because when I go out, I just play silly, like everybody else. But some people just look at me and smiling and say, you are different. I say, how? You like my clothes? You're special. You're special. For example, then I just have to stop playing silly because if they know you already, you don't play anymore. But whenever I'm out, I always play as normal as I can. I wear normal clothes, normal jeans even now, and everything I do. So trying to fool people to leave me in peace like everyone else. But sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't. Just like you, they tune in, they switch. And then they can see it. Sometimes they don't switch because sometimes it just hits them, they see it without them doing anything. Some people have this ability because in the past life they have practiced in this direction, you see. Just like you in the past life, you also practice meditation. That's why your faith is strong, even though you think I'm too normal for you. What else can I do? Grow some horns or something? I'm too normal, with makeup and all that stuff. Yeah, lipstick.
Can I mention one other thing?
You like some...
Is that okay?
Yes.
When I was practicing convenient method, waiting to get initiated,
yes.
So this was in 2009, I saw, I think it was on a brother's YouTube channel, he recommended watching a particular video of you, and it's when you were in Israel, and you had curly hair and the way, and I could see you like looking up, and you could see heaven and the angels, and it looked like you were back home. And you reminded me a lot of Jesus.
Yes, at that time I felt.
And
I felt I am Jesus.
Yeah, and I could see that, but I just thought there was, and it wasn't until the Hungry tapes that I watched that it confirmed it. And
confirm what? Confirm,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that to me that you were Jesus.
Oh yeah.
It just looked like you were back home.
Yes. I felt very much that I was home.
And even your hair and the way you looked and the way you were dressed, it was like almost like a hologram of that time showing through.
Yeah, at that time I really felt at home.
Yeah.
felt that I was home again. Yes. But it's just the inside. Outside looked the same. My hair was just curly, by the way, at that time. At that time, I had curly hair, yes. But I did feel that I was home, and I did feel that I was Jesus. But maybe many people feel like that when I went there. But it's different, of course. It was very nice feeling. It was very nice. So assuring and so blissful. Yeah, it's a pity that such a holy land that awakened people into the spiritual feeling should be always in trouble like that. It pains me so much. Thank you for sharing with all of us all these things. Very nice.
Thank you, Master.
You're new, but you're also pretty old. You're pretty old like me. Any more?
Actually, there is something else that it happened a couple of years before I got initiated, and I remembered it when I was at my initiation, and there was these two dreams that I had.
Two dreams.
They had particular quality to them that I knew they were different.
Yes.
And what I'm not clear on is if it's a past incarnation somewhere else, or if it's like a parallel, another life. Sometimes it feels like I'm not just here, like. I don't know if I'm remembering from a past time or if it's another part of me somewhere else.
I understand.
Should I describe it? One of the
dreams, if you want to.
One of the dreams was, I'm not in a physical body like this one, and its impression it's like in outer space somewhere, and I'm not standing on anything. It was like I'm with people and with like a row of other beings, and our what we're there for is it's like our weapon is the light to fight the oncoming darkness. But it's just like being in outer space, and it was just more of like an impression more than pictures.
Understand.
So that's what I wasn't clear on. Is this from before, or is this something going on somewhere else?
Something before.
Okay.
Past life, you just re-experience it to clean up some karma.
Okay.
Sometimes in a dream, you can work out the karma. Yes, so that the fixed karma in present time is not too unbearable. So that you can evolve more fast, more quickly in a spiritual process. Yeah, it's good. People do that all the time. The practitioners, they dream and they have visions to work out many different karmas. Otherwise, in one lifetime, it's very difficult to clean it all out. Except the master maybe scold you or beat you up or something. Beat you up. Whip. Then you clean you fast. But nobody likes that. Nobody likes. Me neither. I also don't like that method, but that's the fastest way. Apart from cleaning it yourself, in a dream or something, it's more difficult. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Yeah. No, huh? Okay. You stay until tomorrow? All of you?
Until 24.
Saturday. Okay. We'll see you again tomorrow. Well, I hope. I mean, unless something last minute happens. Otherwise, I come see you every day. Okay? Not all day or night, of course. Nah? Yes, I wish I could, but never mind. Okay? I stay as much as I can. And I come see you every day if I can. Yeah? And now, if you don't have any more, like, earth-shaking stories or questions, any more questions? Can ask tomorrow again, or tell me now. If not, we meditate together, Sava? Any special request? You want some cakes or something before you settle in? Or later? Now? After, eh? If you get too excited, you can't meditate, you know. All this sugar stuff and all the happiness. I will bless it. And then you take it after your meditation, okay? Now you should calm down. No calories. No sugar surge. I see you inside. Yeah, knock knock. Who's there? It's your B-sis.